Hello, I'm ALLIE DUZETT. I'm a certified therapeutic guided imagery facilitator and a professional intuitive. And what that basically means is that I work a lot with the subconscious mind and helping people heal from the inside out. A lot of times our stresses and our anger and even depression is due to things that are just stuck in the subconscious mind and having trouble getting out. And so what I do professionally is help people get out of that rut and start moving on so that they can experience their most happy and healthy and joyous and wealthy self. And that is my dream for everybody. And I'm so excited that you decided to watch this clearing video. We're just going to do some quick clearings for stress and anger and depression. So each of those three things is obviously really big. I mean, we all deal with those to some degree during our lives. And I just finished recording a series on releasing anger, and it took 5 sessions to do just that main series. And I'll tell you my secret, I even threw a bonus session in at the end. I haven't told the people yet, but I'm so excited about it. But anger's big, depression is big. I'm planning my next depression series. It'll be 10 sessions. And so this is just a quick one, but I'm excited because I know that it can be effective and help you just have that much better of a day, that much better of a week. Sometimes even a quick session can have a lasting, permanent, life-altering change. So I'm so glad you're here and watching. Okay, here's your job. You're going to close your eyes real fast and take some good cleansing breaths. Let's do 3 of them. And as you're breathing, you're going to just give permission for these changes to take place. And now you can just relax and listen. If you want, you can have your eyes open, but I'm not that interesting. I'm just going to be talking. So I recommend closing your eyes and relaxing as we deal with this. So the first thing we're going to deal with is stress. In a one-on-one session, what I normally do is, attune to the person's energy and dig into their personal stress. And a lot of times I'll see images or just know the things that have happened that have caused them stress, and then we can work on it and get rid of those things. For a group, what I do is use guided imagery and find images that apply to everybody and or to almost everybody, and we clear those. And it's really normal for me to get emails after a group session where they say, oh my gosh, I felt really selfish because it felt like that whole session was made just for me, but like everyone sent me that same idea. So isn't that so fun? Okay, let's find an image that reversed stress. Okay, I'm seeing a lady in a kind of a station, kind of like a like Union Station or just a big train station with lots of people going everywhere, back and forth, and she's frozen. And she won't move. And she is feeling paralyzed by this stress and anxiety and worry, panic, fear. I hear the word obsession. I see like an obsessive compulsion. And it's like she wants to break out of this rut, but every time she tries, she just like hits this wall. And it's like she has to replay the same issues over and over, and there's just so much stress. And it says it's keeping her awake at night, and she can't even think straight. Like people ask her questions, they say, how are you doing? And she's like, I'm stressed. Like I have so much going on and I don't even know how to answer that question, just very overwhelmed. Great word for that. It says it can't clear yet. Let's see what else we need to know about it. For the subconscious mind to clear traumatic issues, it needs to have exact verification and validation and honoring of what's going on in the subconscious mind. And so and that's why talk therapy works when it occasionally does. You go there for 20 years and eventually you might say just the right word or acknowledge just the right emotion, and then the subconscious mind will say, yes, and it will release the issue. With my work, it's a lot faster. And we can just take care of it, in a session instead of 20 years of talking about it. Don't talk about it, just to acknowledge the issue that needs to be cleared. Okay, what else needs to be acknowledged here? a discouragement. Okay, and when I said that, it felt like this this kind of releasing of like, yes, I'm so discouraged. I stress about stuff all day long. My adrenals are on overdrive. I think about these issues and think and think and think and stress and worry, and nothing changes. I'm wasting my time, and I'm so discouraged because no matter how much I think about it, no matter how much I lose my sleep over it, it's still there. It says that now it can clear. Okay, go ahead and take your tapping fingers, and we're going to tap all over our head. Take some good forceful breaths. Go ahead and tap your shoulders, tap up around, down to your elbows and over and back. Big forceful breath, releasing that stress. Any past stress that may have been triggered by that image. Pull in your earlobes. There's one resistance that says, I don't know how to live without stress. I don't know how to live without stress. I don't know how to live without stress. And it shows me this cord of addiction to stress. I'm addicted to being stressed, ALLIE. That's what it says. So let's clear it. Go ahead and take your deep breath. And releasing all cords to stress addiction. Okay, hopefully you felt a shift with that. You should feel like, oh, something just left that was bothering me. You might feel a little bit calmer in your body. Just like there's a little bit less turbulence going on in your space. So that's good. Okay. There's still some people that are resisting letting it go. That's okay. If that's you, email me. I'll take a look. But it looks like for the majority of people that got some good stress cleared. That's good. Okay. Next up, we are going to do a quick clearing for anger. Okay, and here is the image to clear. It's of Hades from Hercules, Disney's Hercules, you know, where he says, you know, what? And he like turns on to fire. He's like burning fire. And this is a representation of all of us and how we can have these anger triggers come up, and then they're up and we have to deal with them, and we feel like we're on fire and we're so mad. Can't clear yet. Blaming of others, that's a big one. Unforgiveness, a feeling of, you know, this is your fault and I'm not going to get over it because I deserve to be angry. I deserve to be angry about this for the rest of my life. A rejection of releasing the anger. That's good that we found that. It's important. I'm asking why can't you release this anger? And it's saying, it says anger is part of my identity. It's part of who I am. This is something I addressed a lot in my Releasing Anger series, but let's see. I'm asking it to just vent the emotion real fast, and I'm seeing like the anger guy from Inside Out just being like, ah, you know? So witnessing that for a minute. Okay, it says that all of us have some anger now that we can release, so go ahead and do some deep breaths. Sorry, making me yawn. If you're yawning, that is great. It means that stuff is moving around. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's gonna, every time I do work, that is like getting stuff moving around, my body always just yawns and yawns. It's good, it releases a lot of stuff. Let's see. Number 3 is gonna be depression. We're gonna cover one symbol for clearing depression. And again, depression, I'm planning a 10-part depression series. It will be so much. I'm really excited about it though, because I know that this work can dig in deep and really alter the structures that are causing the depression that, you know, just plagues people. It makes your life suck. So let's clear it, right? So this will not get to the root of the problem probably, but maybe it will, but probably not. but we're just gonna see if we can lighten the load a little bit today. Okay, so here is the image. There's a person wearing a black cloak with a hood, and the whole thing is weighted. This thing weighs like just like 1,000,000 pounds. It's like the heaviest thing ever, like it's made of lead or something. And this person's like walking, and they like walk along and like slump and slump and slump until they're like practically dragging themselves along the floor. And so, man, that's tough. Okay, can it clear? No. So what are the emotions in play? Depression, grief, despair, anguish, heartache, heartbreak, sorrow, sadness, crying, discouragement. I'll never be good enough. No matter how much I crawl along, life is still going to get hard. It's going to get harder. Every day my life is harder. It's like, I hate this. I hate myself. There's no will to live, even a will to die for some people. Like, I'd rather die than keep carrying this burden of this weighted blanket of depression. Okay, so some of this can clear now. So go ahead. Oh, I'm going to yawn. Oh, okay. Take out your tapping thumbs. Right about there are the K27 points. You have your collarbone, and it's like 3 fingers down. And when you punch it, it should hurt. It'll be like, yow! I like love hate it. It hurts so bad, but it feels so good. Those are big meridian reset points, and tapping on them just gets things clearing all the way through the body. It's an acupuncture point. Forceful breaths, 3 forceful breaths. Oh, sorry, these huge yawns. Okay, good, things are clearing. Okay, we're gonna try and release that blanket. Go ahead and close your eyes, okay? And you're gonna imagine yourself wearing that blanket of depression. And so some of you might not have depression. See if you can see an invisible cloak on you that is also weighted. For me, I do not currently suffer from depression. I have a lot of tools to, manage my emotions, but as I was just looking at myself, I saw I have this like invisible cloak that's weighted down sometimes. I would call it a phantom cloak of depression, and that's like the kind of depression that just shows up, on Wednesday afternoon, or like it's not an everyday thing, but like sometimes it shows up and just weighs you down, and you don't really notice that suddenly you're kind of depressed. But anyway, okay, pull up in your mind, just imagine the image of you wearing the cloak, and that cloak can be, this is a group session, but your cloak will be individual to you. Not everyone is going to have the heaviest cloak in the world. Maybe you just have a light cloak that's weighted down, and in your day you just feel kind of just blah and just men not happy, as opposed to like suicidally despairing. So go ahead and just imagine the cloak that corresponds to you. Okay, and there's some resistances to letting it go. So let's see. I'm talking to the resistances. It says we can clear the resistances with 2 symbolic images. So let's do it. The first one, I'm seeing an ice cream cone. And the ice cream cone, it's like got many scoops, and it like falls on the ground. So what does it mean? Depression, despair, disappointment. It says like, oh, I see. Okay, it's saying that it's afraid of taking off the cloak, because if it takes off the cloak, it's like getting this huge cone of ice cream, and then it will just topple again. And then you'll look down and cry about that spilled ice cream. And it says removing a cloak of depression is the same way. You're going to take it off, and you think you're going to feel so great, and then that ice cream's going to fall, and you're going to be disappointed. And it's better to just live in this chronic state of disappointment than risk having the high and then the low. That's what it's saying. So dealing with that on a permanent level for like everyone in the session, that will take like, like the depression series or like a one-on-one session, but I'm getting, we should try to clear it just quick together. So let's see. there's just a fear and a terror, but like an excited, anticipatory terror of letting go for that reason. Afraid of having the highs and the lows, safer to feel low all the time. And it says that that can clear. Yay! Okay, so let's clear it. How do we want to clear it today? Okay, go ahead and take your sides of your hands and just like whack your hands together for a second. You know, that looks weird on my little computer camera. Go ahead and just tap all over your hands now. Tap, tap, tap. The hands have tons of nerve endings that go right to the brain, resetting the brain. I have this really interesting book on hands and chirology, which is the study of hands and like personality, that kind of thing. And it talks about how I don't know, what brain studies have shown that when your brain changes, your like handprints change and stuff like that. Anyway, quick hand massages, and we're just setting the intention that we reset the brain, release that fear of having the ups and the downs, and putting in. I know that it could be safe to experience both the positive and the negative aspects of life. I know that it could be safe to feel safe experiencing both the ups and downs in life. I know that it can be safe to release this cloak of depression and sadness, sorrow, despair, crying, grief. I know that it can be safe to feel again. Okay, breathe all of that in. Breathing out the old stuff for release. Okay, and then second symbolic image, I see a dragon, it's asleep. It's dealing with lethargy. It has like all this treasure, but it like doesn't see it. It's not looking at it. It doesn't want to guard it. It doesn't want to get more. It doesn't want to do anything. It just wants to sleep. And it's kind of funny because this dragon is like very beautiful and very large and very powerful. And like if it wanted to, it could do like actually anything. It has this vast amount of wealth. It's like literally sleeping on a pile of gold. And it is just depressed. And so it just wants to lay there and just be sad and depressed. So let's see what the image means. Okay, so it's important to remember that this image represents a block to releasing the cloak of depression. And so the block to releasing the cloak is irritation, and it's irritated that we would try to like wake up the dragon, basically. Want to keep this dragon asleep. It says now it can clear. I'm going to yawn. Oh, I might yawn again. I might yawn again. I'm sorry, guys. Whoa. That's like making my brain do weird stuff. Okay. I've never yawned as much in a row before. Okay. Okay. Whew. Oh, I feel like I even have another one. Okay, well, I'll give you an instruction. I'm like so distracted by how weird my face feels in this moment. Okay. The subconscious mind is located in every cell of the body. The mind is not located in your brain. It's located everywhere throughout your whole self. And that's why when we release these things from the subconscious mind, the lungs react, your face reacts, your body reacts. You're having this whole body reaction because your whole body is in on it. You know, your whole body is in on everything that's ever happened to you. So let's see. Okay, this is good. Oh, geez, I really hope this is great for you guys. I hope you love this session. I hope you have such a good day after this, because I feel like somebody out there this made a big shift for, because I've never yawned so much at a time. Oh my gosh, I might yawn again. Okay, instructions for you to release it. Oh, just do whatever, do anything. Okay, tap your K27s. Okay, tap on your head. Okay, that was just clearings to release the resistance to letting go of this cloak. So let's tap for one more little second. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to talk you through it. Go ahead and close your eyes, and this is a guided imagery of a sort. And imagine yourself with that cloak on. And now see if you can just take it off. Okay? You know, it might be tied at your neck, just like untie it. And see if you can imagine it slipping off onto the floor. And then it's just sitting there on the floor, and it's not on you. And see if you can feel this lightness. I'm gonna yawn again, guys. Oh, okay. See if you can feel lighter. See if you feel different. See if you feel different. And you see that cloak on the floor, and you're gonna have your eyes closed, and you're gonna take a big deep breath and see if you can blow it into nothing. Like with your breath, it dissolves it into just 10 million tiny pieces. Doesn't even exist anymore. Some of you might have trouble with that, but some of you it might just go real easy. That would be awesome. And this is something you can do. You can watch this video again for sure. Watch it. But you can also just do this exercise on your own when you start feeling that depression, or if you can't get that image to dissipate right now, try it again later, you know, and you can do it on your own time. I do this kind of stuff at the park and like at the mall and, you know, just wherever I happen to be. If something comes up and I need to use a tool, I can use this tool wherever I am. So, so don't be afraid to use this visualization and continue to work on releasing those issues of depression and anger and stress, you know, and again, you can watch this video again. Yeah, these things are good. I'm getting that this session is just about done, and I'm really pleased with it. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really awesome about what we were able to accomplish in not a lot of time. So that was that. Hopefully you're on my email list. I have a bunch of really fun sessions that are coming out soon. Releasing anger, releasing stress, releasing depression, where we dig in really, really, really deep. I have a weight loss program where we dig into the emotional and you know, subconscious reasons why our bodies hold on to excess weight. The subconscious mind actually, I mean, when you breathe in, you know, you don't consciously make sure that all that oxygen gets to your blood cells, right? And when you eat food, you don't consciously say, oh, I'm going to gain 500 pounds from these donuts, you know? That's all the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind drives our appetite. The subconscious mind drives, you know, it decides if you're going to be storing that as fat or if you're going to just be burning it up as fuel right in that moment. Your subconscious mind decides how safe your body feels with whatever percentage of fat. And if your subconscious mind decides that you need to be fat to be safe, either because maybe you're around a lot of radiation, so you need more fat to protect your internal organs from being fried, or maybe you're in a toxic relationship, or you're enduring a lot of emotional abuse, and so your body, you know, is creating space between you and your assailant by just adding on, you know, a couple pounds of fat as a layer, a protection to you. Anyway, there's just a lot of things that go on with the subconscious mind that drive, you know, weight gain and weight loss. I personally used to be clinically obese, and I used these, I used my subconscious mind work to help my body change from from like constantly craving Doritos. My first baby is like, he was like made of Doritos, and like Rice Krispie treats and stuff. Like that was my main diet in the day. And now I love to eat salad, and it's like not a stress to eat healthy because that's what I want to do. And all of a sudden I have a BMI of 21. I feel awesome in my size 2 jeans. Anyway, subconscious mind is the real deal. And I just have lots of other stuff that I think I think you might enjoy it. So anyway, I'm excited to connect with you further over email, and always reach out to me and tell me your thoughts about the session and questions. And I just love my work so much. I love that we were able to share this moment together for just a little while today. I hope your day is just beyond amazing. I hope it's the best day that you've had, you know, in forever. And you know what, actually, now that I'm talking about it, I'm going to add in, let's do a very quick little session for sleep tonight. A lot of people have sleeping troubles. I'm also working on a series on insomnia. Okay, we're just going to close our eyes, and we're just going to do guided visualization right now. Okay, and imagine yourself getting ready for bed, and seeing your brain, the gears are whirring, you're thinking about stuff, you can't fall asleep, and if you look in closer, you can see like hormones in your body that are circulating to keep you awake, okay? And you can see how there's little hormone factories in your brain and maybe in like your other glands throughout your body, and they're like, she should stay awake, you should stay awake, and they're sending out these hormones to keep you awake, okay? And as you breathe and witness this, first you're going to just look at a little light switch by the brain, and you're just going to turn it off, dink, and let those gears just come to a stop. And you're going to whisper to that area, and you're just going to say, it's safe to sleep at bedtime. It's safe to let these issues go. It is safe to slow down the mind and let me sleep at night. I can worry about things tomorrow. I can deal with these things tomorrow. Tonight is for sleeping. Okay, breathe that in. Gonna yawn, of course. Okay, and then seeing all those hormones that are circulating through the body, you're just gonna go put your hands like this, and like reach out to yourself in your own mind with your hands, and like put your hands over your own self like this. And you're just going to take a deep breath, and on the exhale, you're going to imagine all of those hormones like kind of dissolving, and they stop, and all of the manufacturers just stop. And you're going to say, no, no, no. At bedtime, we manufacture sleep hormones, sleep chemicals, and we do not make the let's stay awake stuff. We are, you know, the body and the mind are now going to work together to make sure that we can sleep tonight, okay? And so as a reminder, what we just envisioned, I mean, unless it's bedtime for you right now, it is not going to take effect right this minute, but this, putting in a setting that this is to take place at bedtime, and when you go to bed, then your body is going to remember this image, and it's going to stop the chemicals firing that keep you worrying about all the stuff that you stay up all night having your monologue about, and it's going to just calm you and get you ready for sleeping, and all those hormones, all your hormone factories are going to stop the staying awake hormones and start the falling asleep hormones, and we're just going to fall asleep really easily. Breathe it in. Ha! Wah! Okay. Okay. Well, that was it for today. I hope you have a really great day. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or anything. I love to hear from everybody. I read every single email. And I just hope that you have the best day. Bye.